The most popular neighborhoods today are the ones that offer the most convenience. I mean, who wants to travel 30 minutes just to go get groceries? Grab a cup of coffee in the morning or go get that bottle of wine for the dinner party you forgot about. These days, walkability has become important to most, and in Buffalo, there's only a handful of walkable areas. Now, the three questions you want to ask yourself is this. 1, how expensive are these areas? 2, in correlation to downtown, how far are these places? 3, can I get rid of my car completely? To answer those simply, anywhere between $150,000 to about $450,000, which is super affordable. 2, easily less than 20 minutes away. And 3, possibly 2 out of the 3, but definitely one of them you cannot. Everybody's gonna agree with this first one. It's gonna be Elmwood Village. There's no other area in the city of Buffalo that can compare to Elmwood Village when it comes to walkability. I promise you guys, nothing but mom and pop shops, diners, boutiques, from shopping to clothes to salons to nails. I mean, every boutique that you could think of is going to be inside of Elmwood Village in some type of industry, form, or fashion. And then one of the beautiful things is, especially during the summertime, you have certain festivals like the Elmwood Art Festival. You got a couple other block parties and the garden walks in Elmwood. So there's a bunch of different things in Elmwood that goes on literally year round. But then brings the traffic comes the terrible parking. Parking sucks in Elmwood Village. I don't care what day you go down there, Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Monday. Parking is going to be a hassle.
Going to the point that Devonte is making about off-street parking, you better make sure if you're going to park on one of the main roads to pay the parking right away.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what, if the gentleman with the high visibility jacket's out and about, he will write you a ticket immediately. I don't know that from experience.
Yeah.
I know that's sarcasm. I know it from experience, and I've seen it happen a million times. And that's why a lot of people, if they're looking in the Elmwood Village area, say, I want a driveway.
Yep.
And you can find a driveway.
Yep.
Now, of course, that doesn't come without its price. And that's the thing that I want to talk about really briefly is the price to live in Elmwood Village, especially if you're going to buy. Now, it's right around the price of $626,000 to live in Elmwood Village in a single family residence with a driveway.
Yeah.
Some of them even have garages, but not a lot of houses come up for sale in that area. And so when they do, they're usually highly competitive and people know what they have and it's going to cost to get it.
And lastly, houses are going to be this close together. So even if you get a driveway, it may only really be a little parking pad in front of the house.
Come with me for a moment and let's take a step outside of Buffalo and into Williamsville, which we've also discussed in one of our previous videos. So if you want a full in-depth analysis of what it's like to live in Williamsville and other villages around Western New York, we encourage you to check that video out. Now, Williamsville is another awesome and walkable area. They offer pubs, outdoor music festivals, sidewalks, and what I really like about Williamsville is you kind of get the best of both worlds. Yeah. You get that urban lifestyle that you're desiring. You know, it's very walkable, bikes, sidewalks, all those things. But in the heart of Williamsville is Glen Park.
Yeah.
And Glen Park gives you the ability to come straight from afternoon lunch or dinner over to the park and you can go fishing, you can get lost in the woods, you can do whatever your heart desires there at Glen Park. It's awesome. I don't know how many acres it is, but it's plenty and you have the opportunity to not see the same thing twice. I personally go fishing there every once in a while. I like to walk alongside the creek. It's just absolutely beautiful, and as soon as you're done, you can walk home and be there in about 3 to 5 minutes depending on where you live in town. If you're on a bike, forget about it. It's even more accessible.
Yep. Now, when it comes to Williamsville, price tag is not going to be nowhere near Elmwood Village, but it is going to be in that mid 350s to high 300s when you're talking about Williamsville. But you're going to get that old school 1900 bungalow, right? You're going to get that beautiful ranch that you can really have. Taxes are going to be a little bit higher because you are in that top school district of Williamsville South. So you're probably going to be looking around 65 to almost $7,000 every single year for your taxes, and half of that easily is going straight towards the schools. But the amenities that Williamsville offers, you talk about clean, safety, good top rated schools statistically, a lot of those amenities does pay for itself. Swinging back inside the city, we're going to go to an area that's not so large, but North Park, or that kind of North Buffalo area off of Hurdle Avenue, is going to be a great place to have major walkability. Right by the North Park Theater, you're going to have, Commonwealth, Voorhees, a bunch of things near Shoshone Park. So there's definitely some areas of walkability when you're talking about North Park. And Hurdle Avenue is going to be your main strip. One of the most beautiful things that you'll see is a lot of things are locally owned on side that Hurdle Avenue strip. You'll see a bunch of beautiful murals going up and down Hurdle Avenue. A lot of mom and pop shops, boutiques, whether you're looking for clothes, food, law offices. I mean, there's some it is a really family-owned business district center right there.
And if you do have to get downtown or to the airport, you're 12 minutes from downtown and 16 minutes away from the airport. So if you have to take an Uber, or if you do have a car, you're not super far away from those key places as well. And the last one on our list is Kenmore. Kenmore is extremely walkable, though it's small. And because it's small, it's very condensed. Almost every street, I cannot think of one that does not have a sidewalk. And you're right there at Delaware and Elmwood. So a lot of the amenities that we'd mentioned, cafes, restaurants, nightlife, they're going to be available to you right there in Kenmore.
Now, Kenmore housing stock is going to be a bit older. So cinder block foundations. For you guys that's been following us for a while, cinder block foundations can get iffy, especially in the Tonawandas or the Kenmores, because of the shifting in the basement walls or that water that starts to get down inside those basements. Again, Kenmore was the first suburb, so a lot of those homes again are going to be older, but they're not going to be built with the drain tiles and everything modern day age, or after the 45 age that a lot of the homes around the Buffalo area do have. So that is something that you guys do want to keep in mind when you thinking about purchasing inside the Kenmore area. Now, a lot of homeowners have already taken care of those issues, but it is something just to hold in the back of your mind. On the beautiful side of that, the Kenmore architecture is like none other around the city. You generally always have a huge main bedroom offside the front of your house. It's a nice long, easily can fit king size beds. And again, the architecture, the custom woodwork, the original hardwood floors, a lot of the different nuances that give a house its charm and its character. A lot of Kenmore homes have that beautiful feel.
And character is a great word for it, Devonte. If you're looking for character in a home, Kenmore is a fantastic area because of the history, because of its age, but a lot of them have been modernized. So you get that blend of modernization as well as that old charm and character.
All right, now this will wrap up this video. 4 areas to really think about: Kenmore, Elmwood Village, Williamsville, and what was the last one? North Park. So those are really going to be the top 4 walkable areas, huh, Matt?
Yes, sir.
All right. So as always, make sure you guys hit us up with a call, email, text. It does not matter. We would love to help you guys relocate up here, or if you guys are already in the Buffalo area looking to move around, we would love to be of service.
Have a great day.
See you soon.